Welcome back to another video from London Bus Restoration. Today we're doing the service on my Bristol LH. It's not been done for 12 months and the MOT is coming up as well. So get it in the air, drain the oil and do the filters as well and make it all ready for another year.
Another 12 months of trouble-free motoring.
Yeah, and not get covered in oil.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Roll the titles. So now the bus is up in the air, it's time for us to get our hands dirty.
Every time I lift it up, I drain the air tanks because, as you can see, it always you collect a good bit of moisture through the through what the compressor makes. I'll leave that draining and do the other two. Someone's making our cameraman laugh, but I'm just undoing that sump plug.
Just doing a decent.
And I'm not doing an Alan Jones. Am I, Alan?
Get it in. Oh my god. Nice clean.
Your nice was clean floor.
We've got something, we are off, but we've got something on.
Oh.
I thought it was next Sunday, the week on Sunday.
Well, the engine oil's draining and I'm just doing the oil filter, which is up here. And it wasn't loose, I'd already loosened it before it came onto the camera. It's a canister type filter, which has a insert that goes inside it, which you will see very shortly. There we go. Drain the old oil without putting my hair through it. Drain the old oil into there. And as I said, it's a paper type insert filter, which I'll leave in there out of the way. Okay, so doing a bit of an inspection underneath. We check the front steering box and the drag links. That swings on there, but we know that. They're all tight, nothing's loose. We're checking for any missing paint, anything shiny, that anything's been rubbing. All the hoses and everything were replaced when we did the underside, so luckily there's no water leaks. Moving on, the springs, we're checking there's no cracks. Everything's nice and I usually spray some oil into these to keep them lubricated, but nothing's cracked, nothing's broken, nothing's falling off. I'll check the kingpins when we lower it down. Moving backwards again, I've noticed before, which you won't see because I haven't got my torch on, but there's a split in the belt here, so I'll change that. And there's a slight oil leak from the water pump, but I know about that as well, and it's on my list of little jobs to repair. Moving backwards, there's not much to see around that bit. as the prop shaft's got no play in the joints either end, both ways, and then through the gearbox, no visible leaks, and then rear prop shaft again, nothing moving about, nothing loose in the spline or in the joints, and then I'll adjust the brakes up when we put it back down on the floor. Rear spring, same again, no cracks, nothing loose, all the clamp bolts are tight, nothing shiny, nothing falling off. There's a slight weep on the input to seal on the diff, so I'm going to do that. I'll get one ordered and do that on next week. But apart from that, everything is pretty much good underneath. It's still holding up, but there's some bits of paint want touching up from. It's been done a couple of years now since we silvered the underneath, so I'll get that touched up. The air system, no air leaks, no blows in the exhaust or anything like that. But pretty much, we're all good.
Now it's time to drain the gearbox oil. Let's see if I can do this without getting soaked. I'm doing it slowly because I don't want to get covered in it like I have done in the past. There we are, that's coming right. Go! Oh, look at that. Look at that, liquid gold. Dirty liquid gold, but...
Well, just opening the new oil filter. That's
the birds like it.
well, the oil filter, I've changed the little plastic washer underneath there. That seats on the bottom of here. I've had to change the oil filter because for some reason the other new one hasn't got the rubber washer in the bottom and it's not in the bag, so I've got another new one, which is an original lay parts one actually, but yeah, that goes down there. That will go down there. It's hard to do when you're trying to talk and fat about at the same time. That goes. There we go. That goes in there. So that's that changed. And then there's a small seal that sits in the housing. So I've got a little hook and I'll pull the old one out first.
Go.
Old seal's out. And the new one with a bit of oil around it to help it slide in. We'll just pop up there and sit in the groove. Okay, just give the rest of the filter housing a wipe. And then we're ready for the new filter, which that goes up there into the middle and screws up. Making sure that when it's wound up it's sitting nice and central. So when it gets nearly tight, just make sure it's located in the housing. Get that sat nicely in the middle, and then it just needs to be nipped up. There we go, one oil filter replaced. Now, time to put the sump plug back in. Don't put the new oil in until you put the sump plug back in.
Action.
Sump plug clean, oil's finished draining. That can now go back in. If I can get in now. Back into the sump. And then again, it doesn't need to be holding the wheels on. Just needs an up. Nip up. There we go. All ready to put the oil back in. Okay, so gearbox sump plug back in. Now that's drained. And we can put all the fresh oil back in. So there we go. Right, let's get the oil back in. Right, well, we're filling up the gearbox oil. This is Morris Oil's Multitrans BC, which is specially designed for this type of epicyclic gearbox. Which is now getting incredibly expensive, because I think it's spent £173 a drum or something like that.
You get yours off eBay, don't you? £3 a litre.
Screen wash.
The antifreeze. When we got the antifreeze, and you said to me, how much is it a drum? And I said, whatever, it was 90 or 100 quid.
Well, that's the gearbox oil done for another year. And the plug done back up. I'll just get the bar and nip that back up. And that is that all done. So, just the engine oil to put back in, and the diff oil I'll do when I do that seal. So, engine oil and a grease round, and we're done. Okay, well, grease points now, and there's not that many, but there's a few on the steering. And put a bit in each one of those. And top and bottom of the kingpins. And then when I'm done, I'll just go on right round all the excess that's hanging about.
Action.
Okay, just greasing the prop shafts, which are the other type of grease nipple. Hence, the grease gun is now a different colour, if you noticed. Or if you're only half watching, you probably didn't notice.
So that's the gearbox filled up with some fresh oil. The bus has been re-greased from front to back, and all that's left to do now is to put some fresh engine oil into the engine through the side here, but that can be done when the bus is on the floor. So time to get it down, fill it with oil, Job done.
Okay, well, the engine oil's going in, and in this it's HD30, which is the same we use in the RT and the Route Masters. So, get that in there. And it's about 12 litres or something like that. 12 to 15 anyway. Check it on the dipstick when we get a little bit glossy. But there's the first 5. And I'm going to fill my tub up. Okay, well that's 2 and a bit tubs put in. I'll just check that. But should be pretty much full. Just to see where we're up to. Which is hard to see on there. Yeah. I'll put the rest of this in, and that'll do for when it fills up the rest of the oil filter. Well, that's the annual service and oil change done. I'll do the tyre pressures and the diff oil when I do the seal, and yeah, any little faults I found, I'll get that water pump, the seal done. But yeah, all good for another 12 months of running about for rallies.
And then we've got to do it all over again for mine.
Yeah, we've got to do it all over again for ours.
Happy days. So that's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider. We do appreciate every subscriber. And we shall see you in the next video.
In the next one.
Until then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.